My name's Adam Hills. Welcome to Spicks and Specks, the music quiz show that lost that love and feeling and still hasn't found what it's looking for. Our two team captains each and every week are the air that I breathe, Alan Bro, and the wind beneath my wings, Miff Warhurst.
Lovely.
Alan's first guest tonight is hugely well known throughout the toddler world as the clean-cut yellow wiggle. What they don't know is that he also has tattoos. That's right, he's hard and street but yellow and smiley. He's Sam Moran. Alan's second team member tonight called his comedy festival show Happy to Be Out of the House, then injured his knee and spent 6 weeks stuck in the house. If you look up irony in the dictionary, you'll see a photo of his x-rays. Welcome back, Dave O'Neill. This first guest tonight is a British singer-songwriter whose unique performances often involve a large kitchen knife that she rubs across her guitar strings. This gives her both an interesting sound and very few hecklers. Please welcome Gemma Ray. And this final guest tonight is a comedian who was sacked from an English radio station for treason. He's here because the Queen still thinks transportation to Australia is a punishment. Please welcome Tom Binns. I'd like to start with you, Tom. Exactly what were the circumstances that led to you being sacked for treason?
It was this Christmas Day, 3 o'clock in England. That's when the Queen's Christmas message comes on.
Yep.
But not on my station and in my show, but it came on in my station and in my show.
Well, so, accidentally?
Accidentally. I opened up the fader for the news and there was the Queen doing a blah-blah message.
Right.
Now, I probably should have let it run until she'd finished.
But you interrupted it.
With some jokes about the way she sounded.
Well, let's have a listen. We've got a copy of what actually happened. This is how Tom interrupted the Queen.
And give skills, lend advice and encourage enterprise. It is inspiring to learn of some of the work being done by these young people.
That's the Queen there. 2 words. Boring.
It gets worse after that.
It gets much worse. My next record was George Michael, so I said, well, from one Queen to another. But then I got a few complaints on the text, and people were saying, you know, you can't do this. And the big argument for the royal family in England is that they're great for tourists. And I said, well, yeah, but the French executed their royal family and people still visit France. So maybe we should try that. And I think that's probably where it went.
This is officially the first person on our show that's been sacked for treason.
Yeah, well, I'm very proud of it. It's also the 24th time I've been sacked in 24 years.
What?
Really?
How?
Well, if I could tell you all the other stories, I'd get sacked from this show right now. I hold the largest record in Europe for, well, at the time, I got a $100,000 fine for a thing I said about a pig.
What did you say about a pig? Was it rude?
It was rude about a pig. It was...
And the pig got upset.
The pig was having a great time, but that was the problem.
Let's kick on into round one. Miff and Alan are going to pick a topic that everybody will be quizzed on. Your choices tonight are groundbreakers, rock icons, tribute records, and impersonators. Alan, you can pick first.
I'm going to pick rock icons, please.
Certainly. Miff?
Groundbreakers?
Yes, we'll start with rock icons. Everyone on your buzzers. Let's play Spicks and Specks. First question for 1 point. What was the usual choice of stage outfit for iconic Australian rock chick Chrissy Amphlett? Yes.
School uniform.
Yes, a school uniform. Next question. This is Misery, featuring a female rocker from the US and one of the bad boys from Boston. For 2 points, name the 2 modern rock icons.
One more heart for me, another night.
Yes.
Christina Aguilera.
And?
Is it Steve Tyler?
It was Steve Tyler from Aerosmith.
Oh, wow.
Excellent. But it wasn't Christina Aguilera, so I'm going to throw it to this side. Does anyone on this side know?
Britney.
No, it was Pink. Oh! Finally, have a look at these 3 statues of rock icons. One in LA, one in London, one in Fremantle. For 3 points, name all 3 musicians. Yes.
That'd be Johnny Ramone, wouldn't it?
Yes, it is Johnny Ramone.
Bon Scott.
Yes.
And it's Freddie Mercury on
3 points out of 3. I was going to bring this up with you later, Gemma, but I understand you have a very unusual phobia.
I don't know, I must not be the only person in the world who can't deal with crabs. I do have a bad problem with crabs.
No, Tommy, no more jokes. You have, but it's not like, oh, they're a bit icky. You have an actual phobia of...
Yeah, just that stupid, irrational thing past the fishmongers, you know, all the men there with the white wellies, kind of just, that's enough to freak me out.
A plastic
you know.
one? A plastic one would freak you out?
Plastic one would partially freak me out,
Am I freaking you out now?
No.
What do you think now?
Slightly, but for a different reason.
Well, what worries me now is that people are watching this show that know you're on tour in Australia and are now going to turn up in the front row and possibly with crabs on.
Really? Well, I've got a knife, so...
Oh, yeah, you've got a knife, so...
What is the knife that you use and how do you use it?
It's just something that grew from a normal slide and using it in a vertical way to make a droning noise. Yeah, and then the slide was too short, so I got like a metal pipe from a tube, like a radiator tube. And then I lost that, and then I used a kitchen knife because that was what was available, and it made a great sound.
And where do you keep it while you're playing?
I've got like a big whammy bar on my guitar. It's like a semi-acoustic, and there's a gap on that bridge bit there where it slots into.
Did you have to smuggle it into the country, or...?
Yeah.
You did?
I usually put gaffer tape round it and then put stage prop on it.
Any terrorists watching, there's a good tip.
But when you like... Have you put one of those automatic sharpeners into the guitar?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Groundbreakers. Your first question for 1 point. Spinderella was a member of what pioneering female rap group? Yes.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and Pepper.
Dang.
Next question for 2 points. What body of work is this from and who wrote it? Yes.
That's from the Ring Cycle, and it's written by Wagner.
Yes, it is. 2 points, Alan Bro. Finally, Bruce Gowers may not be a household name, but he changed the way music was played on television by directing the music video in 1975. For 3 points, name the song, the band, and how many thousands of English pounds it cost to make. Yes.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes. The band.
Queen.
Yes.
And it cost...
100... There we go. £100,000.
I'll give you a point if you get closer to it.
You'll see it's 100,000.
Yeah.
We'll raise it £1.
So you're saying it cost £100,000 and £1 extra pound?
Is that the right answer?
It actually cost 4,000, so these guys will... Sam?
Yes.
Now, we know you as one of the Wiggles.
Yes.
You also have an album. You're releasing a solo album.
I do. I am.
This is your album. It is Sam Moran, The Colour of Love.
That is it.
Hang on.
brooding.
Hang on.
I love how brooding it is.
Is the colour of love yellow?
To you, perhaps, yes.
Look how brooding he is.
Very brooding.
Can you do... Oh, that's lovely.
It's all in the eyebrow.
Is it?
It's the...
That's awesome. Wow. And I like...
Hang on, show us Wiggle Face. Yeah.
Wiggle face is like...
and then show us Brooding Face. While we're talking love,
Yes.
you married Dorothy the dinosaur.
Yes, a former Dorothy the dinosaur, yes.
Oh, does she get the costume on in the bedroom?
Has she ever come home from work and found you in the costume?
No, definitely not. No.
It's not what you think, darling.
I try to be brooding dressed as a dinosaur.
Is that weird at work? Like, did you meet her while you were at work and
did.
like you had to kind of go and sneak off behind the bike sheds and, you know, like, you know, be scared you'd get caught with your hand around the dinosaur?
Not really. I mean, she's got the big green tail, obviously. But
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say something else.
But now we've got a little baby as well. But
What is it, a dinosaur baby?
Here's something I've never thought before. What kind of music will your kid be listening to? Do the other Wiggles have...
Yes, Anthony's got some young children, and they're all under 5, and they've become Wiggle fans as well. But they got bored with Dad the way he was, so they told him to put on the blue shirt and pretend to be Anthony. So I'm sure the same thing will happen to me.
You'll come home and they'll just be holding the dinosaur suit.
At the end of the first round, let's do a score check. Miff, Gemma, Tom, 2 points. Alan, Sam, Dave in front, 9 points. Each team will be given 3 artists and 3 interesting facts. You have to match the artist to the fact. Alan, Sam and Dave. Your stars are Pink Floyd guitarist Dave Gilmour, actor, singer and country musician Chris Christopherson, and Split Enz hero Tim Finn. You have to match them to their former jobs, which are helicopter pilot, lolly factory worker, and fashion model.
Oh. Is that a picture of the person as a fashion
So which of those people match which of those jobs?
Well, I am pretty sure that your man Chris Christopherson is a helicopter pilot.
Is he?
I can imagine that.
I believe.
Who would be the model? Would it be...
I seem to remember reading something about Tim Finn being a model at some point.
Oh, OK.
He's got a very square jaw.
Because Dave Gilmour had beautiful flyaway hair when he first started at Pink Floyd after, before Sid Barrett left.
Sorry, are you laughing at the fact that Alan said beautiful flyaway hair?
I'm getting a T-shirt printed that says "No one knows I'm straight." I'm going to wear it round to my mum's house.
What do you think of Tim's hair? That's a bit flyaway. And...
In that time, it was very popular to have flyaway hair. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure when that time was. I'm embarrassed now.
See, I'm starting to think if Chris Christopherson was a pilot, he might have had flyaway hair.
Oh! There it goes. Well struck, sir.
Thank you very much.
My contribution is Chris Christopherson and the helicopters.
OK, what's yours?
I'm going to say model with Tim Finn.
OK.
And I'll go the bloke from Pink Floyd worked in a lolly factory.
There it is.
OK, the correct answers are Dave Gilmour from Pink Floyd was a fashion model.
Oh, yeah! You don't fly away here!
Chris Christopherson was a helicopter pilot.
Oh, thank
so you
God
got that
for
one
that.
right.
Wait a minute, we could still get one right. No, we can't. Wait a minute, no, we can't. No. Okay,
No, Tim Finn worked at a lolly factory.
Oh, that
So 1 point. Hey Sam, while we're talking previous jobs, it's well known that you've recently joined the Wiggles.
Yes.
Do you have to go through a job interview? Do you have to provide a resume?
I'd been an understudy with the Wiggles for 5 years before taking over, so I'd already been on the road with them and filling in whenever any of them were sick. So I'd already filled in about 150 times by the time I actually took over permanently.
Right, right.
When you joined, did they give you, like, you know when the bass player joined Metallica, they gave him $1 million flat fee? Does that happen to you?
You know, we were on the tour bus and we were watching that documentary and I was like...
And now you've got tattoos. We mentioned it earlier on in the show.
I do have a couple, yes.
Were they worried about you becoming a Wiggle with tattoos?
No, I only had one at the time and another one's recent.
Can we see?
Show us your ink, man.
There's nothing too dramatic. I've got this one, which is Tibetan for to sing. But I've also got, on this arm, I've got my daughter's name. Who,
lovely.
Tattooed in her date of birth.
Oh.
But I've got some invisible angel wings behind them. Behind it. It's like an invisible tattoo. But under a black light, it glows.
You must get bored on that bus.
Well, let's just check. I happen to have a black light here.
Okay.
Can we have a bit of lights down in the studio, perhaps?
Does that work?
Don't look directly at it.
How does it work?
OK, there's a black light there. There it is.
Excellent.
This is like CSI ABC.
Oh, no, it looked like a motel bed.